TiffanieRo.info. IBNX Radio.
IBNX Radio.
You know I love me some K. Shout out to BBK. Love you out there. My brother, Scoob Lover, he was on the show last week, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So I told y'all, and I know y'all was bugging me. I told you if you went on my Facebook, you would have kind of figured it out, but I was making it a secret. So we are very blessed today. R&B soul singer, songwriter, Meli'sa Morgan is in the house. Hey, my girl.
How you doing?
I'm so doing well. Like, this is amazing, and this is, you are definitely one of the great ones. And we, R&B music.
You.
No, thank you. You should just walk around and say you're welcome, because everybody should be saying thank you.
Oh, goodness.
So we were, obviously we talked about in the beginning of the show. The beginning of the show is called Tea Time with Tiff, and we talked about the Billboard Awards, and we talked about the fact that it was this big build-up. Madonna is going to be doing the tribute for Prince, and it was the last segment of the show, and you had to get through all the other stuff because we were all waiting for it. And I said I feel she looked amazing. She looked beautiful. And I felt that it was a respectable tribute because she is an icon. So you can't take that away from her. She's an icon, and she came out and she did something in reference to Prince. So I'm not going to say that. People said she sounded horrible, all these things. I don't know if it was an emotional piece. My challenge with it was she sang one song instead of a medley. I thought it should have been a medley, but I'm not the producer. And she sang a song that I feel, even though he did an amazing job with it and obviously his song, someone else made that song more popular. So it was just off. It was just off. And I know you have been doing some press lately because you did in 1985 Do Me Baby, which Prince wrote.
Yeah, it was actually, I think it was like 86, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the tribute on the Billboard. I heard people talking about it on several television shows and how they felt like, they were going for a more relevant artist, but I don't think it should have been about the relevancy of the artist. No. It should have been about the rightness for the music. And that's what I'm always about. I'm about what's right for the music and what Prince would have really wanted. I mean, I know he knew Madonna, he knew everybody, but was it right? I don't know. Maybe for Billboard it was right. And I understand Stevie Wonder was there too. I mean, you can't go wrong with Stevie Wonder.
Well, I felt that, I don't feel, not for nothing, it didn't feel like Stevie was supposed to come out. It felt like, to me, watching it felt like Stevie was there. It was going in a direction that people were kind of not know what's going on. And it felt like he kind of came out of nowhere. That's how it felt to me watching it. And if you get the opportunity to watch it, that's how I felt. I felt like he came out of nowhere because it was not going in a good direction.
Right. So like a savior.
Like it felt like he saved it. And it felt like he was trying to find the note to blend in with her because he was going in different directions too, because she was going in different directions. He just wanted to be righteous. That's how it felt to me. And again, you always love to see Stevie. Again, when you see Stevie Wonder, you see Madonna. Like, this is what I was sharing earlier. It felt as if Prince died on a Thursday. Our show airs on a Thursday. We found out 1:30 p.m. We changed our whole show from 5 to 7, total tribute to Prince. With limited budget, limited everything. We just changed it. This is what's going to go down. To me, they had enough time to do something more, not with a relevant artist, but relevant to him, as you said, for the music.
Yeah.
And so that's what was challenged, because it felt like this, like almost impromptu, like it's the end of the show and we just want to say something about Prince, and people just broke out into song. It didn't feel rehearsed. It didn't feel like there was any kind of lead up. She's saying Nothing Compares to You. That's the only song she sang.
Right.
It would almost been like for her. No, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's really strange, with someone of his iconic stature to do the right thing and make everybody happy. I was fortunate enough that after he passed away, a couple of people, knowing my professionalism and my strategy, for success, they called and they knew that I knew him, and they asked me to sing "Do Me Baby," which is our connection. Mm-hmm. And I really enjoyed doing that, and I really enjoyed talking about the times that I met him, and how he was always upbeat and very happy, and always making sure everybody was happy in his presence. He even though he was iconic and a superstar, he always made sure everybody was comfortable in his presence, and you didn't feel like he was standoffish or everything. He had his ways. He didn't want to take pictures and things like that, but when you went to a party or you went to his house or you went to anything that he gave you, you felt like a friend.
Yeah, we had Diamond J, the artist, on a few. We actually had him on the day of of when he passed, when he transcended, and Diamond used to be a DJ for Prince and toured with Prince, and he's a very good friend of the show, a very good friend of me, and he said the same thing. But how did you get even that break? How did you get that break to? How did you get that break to have him write a song for you?
What happened is that they were holding the song when I signed to Capitol Records. The president, Don Griffith, was holding the song for the next R&B artist that they signed.
Okay.
And I was the next R&B artist that they signed, and I got to do Me Baby, and it was #1, and it was just a wonderful experience for me. Yeah, and still is to this day. I mean, I can't even sing the song now because everybody wants to be in the moment of singing it themselves, because the song plays and they just start singing.
I saw you, it was one of the shows you recently were doing, and it seemed like literally you just have to start the music and you just point the mic to the audience.
Yes, basically.
That's your time to kind of groove to your own song.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now,
everyone is so appreciative of it. They love him, and I'm just glad that I was a part of that era and a part of that moment. And it's just a wonderful thing to have on my resume as a #1 song, that he wrote. Mm-hmm. It feels good. Yeah.
Now, coming from and gorgeous, still beautiful, still fabulous, still amazing, still got the chops, still can perform, do all of these things. Coming from breaking into the industry in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, tell me how it's different then and now. The feel and the energy of music and the the people that are in the industry is different now. With hip hop, with rap, with different genres, with like the Chris Browns who writes basically everything for everyone. It's just a different time, era, energy. It just really is. The people that are more musical, they're no longer in executive positions
the people that are in executive positions are making executive decisions based on the dollars and the cents more so than the music.
So artists are no longer in the business aspect of it. Is the artists are the artists?
They are to agree, but they are to agree on can where's my next Nicki Minaj? Where's my next Alicia Keys? Where's my next as opposed to just where's my next superstar that's not like somebody else. It's a trending thing more so than breaking out of the box and finding, someone that's new and special and different.
New and special. Because it seems like they want to recycle music. They want to recycle the sound.
Yes, because whatever is popular, they want that to be popular for them. Yes.
And I think
that those are the decisions that are being made, and that's why a lot of things sound alike. That's why you don't see a lot of differentiality on the radio. You don't hear music that sounds very different. It's all kind of like packaged in the same category, so to speak. And whatever is popular, that's what people follow.
So when you came out, your first single was "Do Me Baby." You have "Do You Still Love Me," and then "Fool's Paradise," and it went on and on and on. How was that touring situation then? As far
it was
as budget,
different. I think
as far as budget and the movement and people and the energy.
Well, I think there was more artist development back then. There was more. It was about the music, I mean, really, you would sit in meetings, and before your album or the single came out, you would sit in with the executives and let them hear it, and they would talk about what they could do. I could work this market. This is what needs to be done. I feel it belongs there. We could break into this market. I can put her on here. If I put her there, that she'll branch out a little. It was really more hands-on. It just really was.
So now, when you are out now touring, and you are trying to get the people to know what's happening with you and things like that, are you still signed with the label? Or are you now doing it independently?
I am signed. I'm getting ready to sign with a label, but I still do everything through my company, Asylum Productions. So it's Meli'sa Morgan through my company, and those are key business things that you learn through the years to protect yourself and your brand.
I was listening to Prince had an interview with Tavis Smiley before he transcended, and he was talking about. It was real deep because he goes there, and I love it. How the industry tries to own your creativity, tries to own your image, tries to own your likeness. And he's like, how can you own creativity? And
so that's why you have to protect yourself. You have to have an umbrella. And you learn that through the years of going through record companies and watching what happened to people like Prince, where he was signed, that you can't sign directly to companies with your name. You have to sign through an umbrella because, that umbrella of your business protects your name and your likeness, and they can never take that away from you.
Right. And that's the thing. So do you find that now it's about how many likes you get, like for you to be able to get a record deal or to go in and say, I demand this kind of budget? Are they looking at how many people are following you? Are they looking at how many likes you get?
Some of them do. I mean, I've done some projects where I was featured on a project, and it was very much like, well, let's see how many hits she has, and according to how many hits she has, this is what I feel, she's worth. I mean, that's the industry. That's reality. That's what they do now. But there is also a whole other genre that, people like her, referring to me, people like her, and she will always have a following and a market for her music. So that carries some weight as well.
Well, to get a little lighter, how did it feel? Because I have I would fan out, and I have met her before, but I still will fan out with Wendy Williams. I love her. How did it feel having the opportunity to sing with Shaka Khan and sing with Whitney Houston?
Oh, it was wonderful because, Whitney, she was just coming up. I sang on her first album CD, and she was just coming up. So she wasn't, the big superstar, right. But we knew she was going somewhere because, she was a singing fool. So, we became friends before it was about the music. And actually it was Kashif that brought us together because he was producing the song. And when he brought us together, we were more talking about girls.
Kashif with love changes, yes!
Yeah, but me and Whitney, we was in the studio talking more about girl stuff, than anything else. By the time he said, "Okay, girls, come on up in here and sing," we were already friends.
Right.
So then it was about, what you doing next week, or, let's get together, let's go to dinner, So it was very much that. We were friends first. And for Shaka Khan, it was a wonderful opportunity because I was singing with Johnny Kemp at the Cellar in New York, and Vesta was actually singing. He passed away. Yeah, and Vesta too, rest her soul.
Yes.
She was actually singing with Shaka Khan, but she had got a bigger gig to go sing with Lionel Richie and the Commodores. Okay. And they were looking for a singer, and she had come to the Cellar and just heard me singing and went back to Shaka and said, "Well, I'm leaving. I think you should get that girl down at the Cellar." So that's how it happened.
And what's so beautiful? We were just sharing. I had a young woman on earlier. Her name is Latasha. She's an actress. And we was talking about the network, like how you are able to break into an industry. And she's an actress, and she said, well, you got to be able to network. You got to be in the right places, the right people. But it seems more, I don't know if it's a now, because she's up and coming now. But seemingly there was a sisterhood, Phyllis. There was a sisterhood when you were coming up. And people wanted to see each other succeed. It's almost like, if you're doing good, I'm doing good. But now it's so different. And how do you find that now coming in, doing the shows and things like that?
There is a sisterhood community out there.
Okay.
Me with Nikki, friends show, Sherelle.
Yes.
Melba Moore.
Yes.
Allison Williams. There are people that you've known over the years that if things come up, you want to help them get it.
Right.
Hopefully when things come up, they want to help you get it.
Right.
There is some camaraderie still left with that.
But do you feel it's with the younger artists, the newer ones that's coming in, it just seems like it's doggy dog from outside looking in? And if so, what would you say to them, because that doesn't work?
Well, what I would say to them is that, like they always said to us, that there's enough money and enough shows out there for everyone. So you don't have to stab somebody in the back or steal or snatch anything from their celebrity to get it. You have to protect yours, and if the opportunity comes your way, take it. But you don't have to steal or hurt somebody else to get it.
Well, I want to say thank you so much, Meli'sa, for...
Thank you.
Yes. And tell everybody what you're doing now. Where can people hear your new music and where you're performing next?
Well, okay, I have a new single out. It's called So Good.
Yes.
And you can find that on iTunes, Amazon.com, all the, internet stores. You can find that. I'm presently touring. I'll be in New Haven, Connecticut, June 4th.
Yes.
And we're getting ready to do the UK.
Nice.
July 2nd. We're doing so many more. Los Angeles with Kashif, June 17th and 18th at the Catalina Jazz Club. I just got Bethesda, Blue So, New Haven, Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut, August 27th. So I can tell you, just follow me on Facebook.
Yes.
I have a fan page. You can follow me, Meli'sa Morgan fan page 1.
Yes.
At Facebook.com. I have my own fan page, but I don't think you're going to get on. But you can follow me on Twitter, Meli'sa Morgan 22, and you can follow me on Instagram, Meli'sa Morgan 1. So, and it's Meli'sa Morgan with one S, Melisa Morgan. And I always post my schedules and everything like that. And if you need to reach me to book me for shows or everything, just inbox me through those social media.
And you have to be available because we are all the positive energy. You will be on BET doing the tribute, be a part of the tribute for Prince. There is no way out there that whoever is in charge, a friend of the one in charge, key grip, whatever. I don't care what your role is. The Meli'sa Morgan needs to be on that show doing what she does best. And Prince also felt she did it best. And I love you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for talking to the people. Thank you for sharing. We love you. We are going to break.
Thank you so much.
We are not going to break without playing Do Me Baby. I love you.
Yeah,
yes. I love you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Blessings.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is your girl, TiffanieRo.info. Love you guys. Thank you, Meli'sa Morgan, so much for joining us today. We'll be back from break. This is your girl, TiffanieRo.info, and we are listening to Do Me Baby.